Hello everyone. So now we are talking to our CEO, Mr. Alok Ramsisaria. I welcome you here, sir.
Thank you, Devanshi.
How are you? How are you doing?
Very good. Top of the world.
That's great. So, sir, I just want to ask you some questions about this organization. Obviously, you've been leading this company for so many years now, I would say decades. And there has been an incredible experience with the employees that we've seen, the growth the company has. So my first question to you would be on how has your experience been running Grazitti as a company?
Well, I've enjoyed every minute of it. In fact, that's what I tell people. The journey is the biggest reward. There is no milestone. When we started, we wanted to basically make sure that we had a way of earning a living in Chandigarh. And we figured that was an important enough goal for lots of people.
Right.
And I think we've been lucky that we've been able to provide employment, if you will, to over 800 people now.
Of course, sir.
Yeah.
I think the company has grown tremendously in the past so many years. And so if I just ask you about the values of the company, how do you see Grazitti as a company? Like, what are the main values that you want to imbibe in each employee that we have here?
So I think clearly we have a value statement. If you look at it, the first value that we talk to everybody is about fairness. So we want everybody to be fair. We want people to be fair to our customers. Our customers are the reasons for our existence. So we make sure we deliver value to every interaction. And we are now in the age where time is the only currency that matters.
Right.
So are we giving people value for the attention they have given us
Of course.
and the work that they've engaged us for?
Okay.
And similarly, within teams, are we fair in our daily interactions? Are we fair every minute of the day? So fairness, to my mind, is a key value. Then we have other values that are part of our value statement. We look at extending ourselves. We are lucky to be in a space which has been expanding very well. So it's very important that everybody stays abreast of what's happening. So we want people to do well. We want people to have a chance to enjoy all that their hard work has created. So we want people to have, a very strong work-life balance. In fact, I have been known to kick people out of office if I see them, late at night. So I think those two of actually being fair to all the people and enjoying what you have created are key. And I think we've been lucky that we have been blessed to have customers who trust us, despite us being so far away from where they are located.
Right.
You'd be surprised how many people know us in the valley, in Silicon Valley, and some of the people who've traveled abroad on different events that we have been to or sponsored will tell you that the name is fairly well known.
Right. It is.
With our customers, and that's the reason why we've grown. Obviously, we value honesty. Honesty clearly goes with fairness.
Right.
We are extremely scrupulously honest and ethical as an organization, as an individual, and that has stood us in great stead. You would imagine at the scale we are, there are challenges every day which we have been able to navigate because we've been completely scrupulously honest to not just everyone but also the authorities, to the regulatory compliance frameworks we are in, which is the reason why we are also certified by a whole bunch of different authorities.
Correct. That's
the other aspect, I think, is that, again, which is probably a feature of the field we are in, is that every day there are new challenges. Our company has grown because we have people who have thrived on challenges, and that's something we encourage. When we started, we were more a web dev and PHP Joomla shop.
right.
And then we morphed into a Salesforce shop, and then we are today one of the largest providers of services on the Lithium Forest platform. Some of the most difficult projects have been done on different analytics platforms, on new community platforms like HireLogic, and with Search Unify, we have a world-class product which has been featured by Forrester, all sitting here, which goes to the quality of the people we have, and which is what we encourage all of our people, that learn to thrive on challenges. We are living in exciting times. We have interesting challenges to solve, and people who enjoy doing that are the ones who really excel and lead our company forward.
Totally. Thank you so much, sir, for such a nice value talk. Now, talking about challenges, I think we've all faced a very different time in the last 1 year. And I think Grazitti has been one organization that has not fired even one of its employee in the lockdown period. So how would you see that? Or was there any fear in your mind when the lockdown period just started? I think we have had a pretty good time, but how was the experience for you as the running man of the organization?
I think the key, there were a couple of things that happened right before the lockdown. We actually purchased a very large building to
Right.
house our corporate offices.
Of course.
So there were a few tense moments, and as they say, hindsight is 2020. But at that point, the uncertainty was a cause of concern. But we also realized that the scale at which we were looking at uncertainty, every one of our members of the Grazitti family were probably facing even more uncertainty. And primarily, everybody was concerned about health. Then the second concern which we saw emerging was about, hey, will I have a job? Will we have customers?
Definitely.
So there was a huge amount of uncertainty, and what we've decided is that let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's let things go bad before they actually go bad.
Right.
So we actually came up with a very structured approach to how would we work, how would we react to different situations as they emerged. As you know, everything was uncertain. This is May, 2 months into the lockdown, and we have no clue when we are going to reopen. The first thing that gave us a lot of confidence was that within a week we were able to move 600 employees remote, right? And making sure that all of them were able to perform, which was the biggest achievement. The second big achievement is all our customers continue to trust us.
Correct.
Right? So the trust that the customers placed on us and the trust that our people placed on us as an organization gave me the confidence that let's not, jump the gun and try and conserve cash, which was the advice I was given, I can tell you, by all my advisors,
Right.
by my board, by my fellow CEO peers. I'm a member of multiple groups, and there was also some opportunistic advice, and he said this is the worst time for anybody to be let go or advised. In fact, in the pandemic, we've added 250 people.
Correct.
Unheard of.
That's a big jump in the employee count that we've seen.
Because we came up with a very transparent policy on how we would react. And we shared that with our entire team. That, okay, if we continue where we are, and we also laid down our principles. Number one, we will preserve all jobs.
Right.
Number two, we will preserve all salaries. And number three, we will honor all offers. Right?
Definitely.
And if things went well, or even if we stayed at the same level, we promised to honor all reviews, all standard opportunities that people wanted, and to protect our most vulnerable segment, we said all employees below a certain salary threshold would even get their reviews on time. And the others, we said we would postpone disbursing the review amounts, but at no point were we looking, and we were grateful, I think, that at no point during the last 1 year were we ever let down by either our people or by our customers. In fact, we've grown in the pandemic.
Totally.
Right? And that gives us the confidence that, hey, we probably have something good going. We never had to proactively make tough decisions.
Right.
So I think we are blessed.
Thank you so much, sir. So with such a large family at Grazitti, with almost 800 plus employees now, where do you see us going next? Like, what is the next move or the direction that we are moving in?
So I think, there are multiple levels to that answer.
Right.
So the first is that when we started on this journey, we did not have a goal that we would be 800 people or X number of people.
Right.
However, where we are today, we still have 250 open positions.
Oh,
so, from what our recruitment team tells me, is that we should be hitting 1,000 people in a few months, if not the end of the year. So, the growth that we are experiencing as an organization is driven largely by the success our people create with the customers and the space that we are operating in, which is primarily the space of digital engines. Creating digital engines that can create growth and manage growth for our customers.
Right.
for people, my goal is that people need to get extremely interesting, challenging work to do and be able to meet all of their life goals. And Grazitti should be the vehicle for people to be able to do that. The growth that we are seeing has been driven from people. I can tell you without a doubt that the growth has come because a lot of people have used us, or it's probably not a nice way of saying it, have used Grazitti as the vehicle to realize their dreams.
Correct. Totally.
And which I think is in itself a very rewarding feeling. The other part of what we should be doing actually goes back to our role as a member of society at a scale where we can now influence and help larger sections.
Yes.
So in fact, at the beginning of the pandemic, you might have noticed, see, before the pandemic, we used to do a lot of support which we did not talk about, especially in the education sector.
Right.
Supporting poor children for both school and college education.
Funding education.
Yes. But with the start of the pandemic, one of the things that we noticed, everybody was in a panic.
Right.
And we reached out to the local health administration of the district. And I'm actually, very remarkably pleased in what we have achieved in Panchkula district. They've done an amazing job. And we supported them right in the beginning where the procurement systems hadn't kicked in. And we gave them the confidence that, hey, while you are at the front line, but we are the supply troops available to you. So I remember, the first set of PPE kits were procured by a couple of companies here. We were one of the two, and provided to the local district hospital. And then when the police needed some equipment, protection equipment, we were there to help them, and with sanitizer, masks, what have you. However, as the government systems, procurement, and all kicked in, there was less and less need for that. But as and when, we have told the administration there's an open checkbook for any kind of support they need, and we have reached out to them, and they have been equally reciprocative in, helping us with running tests in our office. Personally, when I got COVID, they took very good care of me in the government hospital. So I think it's a great partnership. And this societal role that we play as an organization which channelizes so many, not just the people, but also the resources, I think that is going to be increasingly important going forward. We are branching out in terms of all the activities that we support. Again, for us, these are still driven by interests of our people. So some of our members are actually, large number of our members are from the lovely hill state of Himachal. And there is a challenge where we are polluting our mountains and rivers and lakes.
Totally.
So we are now working with the NGO to help clean up. So we support them on their expeditions. We've already done one. We expect to do a lot more.
Right.
And again, where our people want us to make an impact, we will go as an organization to support those initiatives.
That's great. I think we've been available for all the frontline workers during this tough time also, like not just the employees, like we've had a great time, a great support from the organization, but yes, we've all seen that the organization is out there for the society as well.
Yes.
Right. That's
I think that is key. I mean, as we are part of the local ecosystem, where while we are also, paying our taxes and providing source of livelihood for so many people, we also have a larger role to play in this ecosystem that we are present, and I think we look to expand that role as we go forward. Clearly, that's the need of the hour.
Great, that's correct, sir. So, sir, just one last question in this conversation. What is your mantra of success? I think coming in from a senior person like you, who's been a leader, who's been a man of the show, I think it would be a great advice for all our listeners.
I have slightly different thoughts on what people should work for. I believe the journey is way more important than the goal. Most people think of a goal and say, okay, I will earn X amount in Y years. I never think like that. I want to enjoy every day of my life. It's a short life. So the reason why I keep going, I work nearly 10 to 12 hours a day, is because I enjoy every minute of it. And I think that's the right way of working. The metrics that we achieve are just that, the metrics.
Right.
But what we do on a daily basis, on a hourly, minute by minute or second by second basis,
defines
is what
success.
yeah, is what matters, right?
Right.
How we are choosing to spend our time is what matters. And to me, that is our core mantra of success. We don't chase an artificial goal.
Right.
Personally, I chase the joy of working, right, with a set of people that I enjoy working with. It's kind of like a circular definition. I
Right.
like to work a lot
course.
with the people I like to work with. So
course.
and we attract the, as I say now, our karma is such that we will attract the kind of people we want to work with. So I'm delighted to be working with the set of people we have, and I think that has created the success. Because I believe that a lot of our people have the same belief.
Yes, sir. I think that is what makes us a family altogether.
Yes.
Like not just a workplace to come in, but a family. And I think that is what we are looking forward to. So thank you so much, sir. We've had some great insights from you, and we look forward to such conversations with you in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.